Hey everyone, it's Melanie with Design by Melody. I'm here to share my Kill-A-Kit video for you using the Make a Pretty Life kit from Fancy Pants. And if you missed any of my videos throughout this series, please go in the description box below. I'll have links to all of the videos. First I did the unboxing, and then I have process videos, and then now this is my Kill-A-Kit video. So I have my little cheat sheet here that is linked on my resource guide if that is something you're interested in checking out. Let me share with you the projects I made, and then I'll share with you what I have left. So, I'm going to set these aside just for a moment. The very first project I did was this Project Life page, and I just titled this as This is the Life, and these are just some pictures from summer of July, 2016. This was when Kaylin was getting ready to start kindergarten, and these are a lot of camp photos and different things we did after camp. So this was the very first layout I did, and this is when I started cutting into all the 6x6 papers and creating my pockets. So I used a good amount of the papers here. I have two 4x6 pockets and then all four of the 3x4 pockets. So that's the first layout. Then the second thing I did was I decorated the linen bag, or the muslin bag, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty sure it's linen, and made a gift bag for my sister for her birthday. So I do have the process video for that, but I've already given that to her, of course, so I don't have that to share with you. And then the third and fourth process videos I have are this mini album. So this is a mini album that I just titled Pool, and it worked really, really well with the kit. This is all about how we just like to spend a lot of time at our neighborhood pool, and there's a whole story in here about Kaylin and his love for water, and my favorite things to do when we're at the pool. Did I skip a page? Oh no, there's, okay, sorry, I thought I skipped a page for a second. There's like a slide at our pool. He loves to do cannonballs. As you can see, it's all very nicely embellished. I've got all the papers in here. Lots of photos. I actually had one extra page left that I didn't use, but as you can see, this is my favorite picture here of him just laying on the side of the pool. But as you can see, the album is already kind of bulky, so not having the last page in here is totally fine. But that's the third and the fourth process video I have for you. And that one used a lot of the papers from the kit, like a lot. You're going to see how much I have left of the kit, which really isn't much in regards to paper. This is another Project Life page I did, and this is actually that same month, July of 2016, and these are just more pictures of that same July. My birthday's in July, and then of course Kaylin was still in camp, and then he started school as well that July. Got a screenshot from my YouTube channel. I have another flip pocket up here. I was really getting into flip pockets. I had a lot of photos of this particular month. Now this one I had to use a paper here, but that was not from the kit. That was just something I pulled in from my stash, but I did use papers for all four of the 3x4 cards again. And then the very last thing I used, I pulled a 12x12 sheet from my stash, but I created this 12x12 paper. I used the last little bit of that twine up here, and then used a lot of the scraps that were left. Now I had to piece these papers together because clearly these are longer than 6 inches, and it was only a 6x6 pad in the pack. But this is a picture from sometime around 1991, I'm pretty positive. But what I did is I took the banner that was the pennant banner that came in the kit, and I took the wooden dowel out of it and used it to create just kind of this banner paper. Or this banner background, and this is just on a family trip to Holden Beach one summer. Alright, so those are all the layouts and projects I made. I had a lot of fun with this kit. Now at the end though, I felt like I could do a little bit more, but I just wasn't feeling like I had enough to make more layouts. So I went ahead and just took some of the scraps and just made a couple tags. So it all started because I had this large wooden tag left. I used the small wooden tag on that linen bag, but I had this large wooden tag, so I just took a couple of different things and embellished, and a lot of these things were from my stash or from my little scrap bin, but some of them are from the kit, like this washi tape, and then clearly the wooden tag. I took that wooden tag and kind of made a template and cut out more, and these two are actually from the cover for the 6x6 paper pad, so I even used the cover of the 6x6 paper pad, funny enough. But there's the twine that came in the kit, and just used a couple things from my stash, but the washi tape also came from the kit. This came from the kit, the ribbon, and then this is part of the cover, as well as just use some of the scraps to piece together the back of that one. Got some smaller ones here using the paper from the kit. Just using a bunch of different things that I had in my stash. It's the paper and the twine again. Again, the paper. Just like having birthday cards and birthday tags and stuff on hand. So the twine and the paper is from the kit, and then the washi tape, but then I had these little puffy butterflies that I thought worked really well with the colors of that paper. And then this one has a couple of the die cuts and a few of the chipboard pieces from the kit, and then the tag. Now this paper though is from my stash, but I thought that was really kind of clever, and I can use the clip to like clip onto the present. That's why I don't have a ribbon in here. So I just used a couple of my extra little scraps to make these tags. There's 8 birthday tags, so I'll throw this in with my birthday like wrapping paper and things like that to have on hand, because I really do like to make my tags for my gifts. So that's everything that I made with the kit. Here's my little supply list. So we're going to go through, I'm just going to read straight down the supply list and share with you what I have left. So the very first thing, this was actually the card that came, and I didn't actually use it. I thought I was going to use it on a layout, but I didn't. So I'll keep that to the side and just throw that in my stash. But the very first thing that came in the kit, so it was based around Fancy Pants Poolside collection. And so of course the very first things were all the things from that collection. And these are all the papers I have left. Just lots of little scraps. Lots and lots and lots of little scraps. As you can see, these are the biggest pieces I have left, and these are roughly 2 by 6 or 1.5 by 6. Some of them are a little bit larger, just depending on what I used them for. But those are the biggest scraps, and then I have a bunch of smaller scraps. So since I don't have any large pieces of this paper left, I'm just going to throw all of this in my scrap bin. My scrap bin currently, because I always switch up how I have it organized, my scrap bin currently looks like this. And these are a lot of 3 by 4 and 4 by 6 papers, because I tend to be doing a lot of Project Life or Project Life type projects here recently. So I'm just going to throw all of these in there. I'm not going to keep that. There's no point in keeping that. But I'll throw all these little bits in here, and that just sits on my desk. Put this away before I get too involved. And I'll actually throw this card in there as well to use. And that scrap bin is what I pulled papers from whenever I was doing these types of projects. Alright, the next thing are the puffy stickers. I've pretty much demolished the puffy stickers. This is all that's left. I have a few of the little dots, which I really tried to use them, but I took them off the project I had. I have a few splash bubbles, and then 3 like pool floats left. So I've pretty much killed that. The chipboard stickers, now I really enjoyed the chipboard stickers, but they're fairly thick, so I only used 5 of them. So I have a good many of those left, but I had a hard time using them in projects because they are so thick, but like I used it here on the cover, and I used it on a couple different things, but I have those left. The silicone topped jumbo paper clips, there are 3 of those, and I have 3 of those left. Now I was really going to incorporate those in this project, but because the pockets are on the side and not the top, I really could not include them without covering up the back side of the paper. So that's why I have all of those left, but those will get used. And then the ephemera pack. And again, these are all the things from the Fancy Pants Poolside collection. The ephemera pack here. Now there were 83, I counted them all. I killed this pretty much. I mean, I still have some left, but I really utilized this to the max. There were 83 die cuts in here, and I only have 28 left. So I definitely used a good 2/3 of this. So I have those left. Now, those were everything that were from the Poolside collection, but then it also came with a whole bunch of other things, which on the website said a bundle of summer goodness. There were 3, let's see, 3 clothespins. And I only used 1 on that tag, so I got those 2 left. There was 1 marble textured clip. I still have that left. There were 3 yards of crepe paper. Now I did use the crepe paper a lot, to be honest with you, but I still have some left. So I've got all 3 colors left. Aqua blue and yellow. I had 1 yard of pink baker's twine that I've used completely. I had 1 yard of white and silver basket twine, which I used completely. I had 1 yard of pink tulle, which I do have some left of. I only really used it on that 1 tag, so I have some of that left. This is what it looks like. I had one linen gift sack, totally used that. That was as a gift. I had an anchor pennant, which is this here. Used it completely, so that's gone. I had 1 foot of wide chevron ribbon. I used a little bit of it, but not all of it, so I still have part of that left. I used, there was 1 foot of the pink shag ribbon, which I still have left. I didn't use that at all. There was 1 large wooden tag that I used completely, 1 small wooden tag that I used completely. There is a wooden anchor. Let me find it. Here it is. Did not use that, but that'll go in with my wood veneer. I had 1 roll of washi, which of course I did not completely use. I still have that. Let's see, 4 buttons, and I have 4 buttons left. I did not use those at all, but those will go in my button stash. I have a hard time using buttons, and unless I specifically have a project that I feel like I'm targeting buttons on, I really don't use buttons very often. That's just one of those things I don't really go for. I had a resin frame, which I still have left. I don't really know how to incorporate those. Those are not really necessarily my thing to go to, but I do love these flowers. I just don't use them in projects very often on layouts because they are so dimensional, but I think they're very pretty. I like to use those on cards. So I have those 3 left. There's 1 flashcard and 1 bingo card. I didn't use either one of these, but I think they're really cool, so they're definitely going in my stash. Now there was supposed to be 1 clear pocket sticker pouch, and I have 2 of those, so those are going to go in my stash, but I did not use them. I did use the 6-inch doily. That is gone. There were 6 pom-poms, and I have 6 pom-poms left, so I did not use those. Those will go here. Had an embroidery patch, which I still have. I don't know how to use that either. A pencil, which will go just with my office supplies. I had 10 of these little things, and I still have, how many do I have left? 3, 4, 5. I have 5 left and 2 halves, so really 6 left. And then the 4x4 Insta album, which I've used. So I want to say I did pretty good with this kit. There were some things in here, like I told you guys at the beginning, that really kind of challenged me. Not really sure how I would use some of these things. But then I was really surprised. Like, I did not expect to use the banner, and I did. I didn't expect to use the linen sack, and I did. So I was really pleased with myself with the number of things that I was able to use. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute the rest of this throughout my stash and go ahead and pull out my next kit that I'm going to be reviewing for you, which is a June kit. And I'll be back shortly to share that with you. I hope you guys have enjoyed this process. Please let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye.